Hello Taurus, and welcome to your intuitive read with me, Age of Aquarius Tarot. The way that I operate is I pick three majors, which gives me your overarching energy for the month ahead, since this is a September read. And then we'll dwell on those three majors for a bit, and we'll do the traditional 9-card spread. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, some kind of luck coming your way for the month of September, Taurus. The Magician. Wow. And the Empress. Wow, so this is going to be a very abundant reading for you, whatever this is about. Overall, you're stepping into some serious, abundance energy. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is, good luck, circumstances changing within your favour. The Magician, which is about having all the tools necessary at your disposal to create whatever situation, or to inspire the change of whatever situation it is that you want to do. But usually, between the Magician and the Empress is the High Priestess, so that's nurturing the idea, right? But you're jumping straight into having that abundance come for you. You are creating that change almost in real time. So I would say right now, just from the beginning of the overarching energy for the month of September for you, Taurus, be very conscious of your thoughts, because whatever you think about, you bring about, and really kind of just have your best interest and your highest good at the forefront of your mind. But we'll come back to these throughout the reading, and we'll get into your 9-card spread. With all this strong energy, I'll be interested to see if you show up in your own reading, Taurus. Okay. 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 So initially I can see why you've kind of gotten cards which indicate change. I feel within this top row with the 7 of Swords in reverse, it's perhaps for a long time you've been struggling to get the upper hand in something, and you've kind of been wishing that it's something would step in, or someone would step in to kind of change all of that mental anxiety that you're facing within a certain situation. And I would say with the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician and the Empress on your side, you couldn't ask for a better team to help you with whatever it is that you're going on, that you have going on. I can see that for a long time perhaps you've been struggling to gain the upper hand in a situation. This might be to do with work, perhaps. I'm going to pull a couple of clarifiers because I just feel that's such a broad message that I want to tailor it down. Normally I pull clarifiers a little bit later on into the reading, but I'm just having them jump out. Yeah, it's too broad of a message, I feel like. Some of you are going to want to hear about something specific. Okay. And we'll pull one more, because I feel this could be 2 or 3 different messages, Taurus. Okay. Yeah, so for some of you, this is definitely about money with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, but for some of you, this is about something going on in your, inner circle of people / maybe your home life, and it's kind of just I wish I had all the answers. So I feel that's definitely coming for you, Taurus, in the month of September. the world here, it's like, yeah, so again, for some of you, I feel like this could be a business or a passion project, or a job. I really get the feeling that it's like, with the Hangman here showing up first before I pick these two cards, the general feeling that I'm getting is like some kind of illumination is on the way, some kind of information is like coming that's gonna like cut you free from this energy for the month of September. So it's like wishing again, so here, like where you've been wishing for like some kind of intervention, and you've just been kind of stuck in this cycle of like, why isn't it coming, why isn't it coming, and like, why can't I do anything about it? It's coming with the Hangman here, and like, again, with such a strong indication of mages, is like, this is such a strong energy of change. Like, if I like had to pick 3 cards that I would be like, this is like gonna give you like the kind of power to do whatever it is that you want to like do or change, I don't think I could have picked a better 3. Your middle card, which is the most important one of the spread, is the Knight of Swords, so that is all about action. It's also a very fast moving energy. All knights also represent a fire energy, so that's like passion, creativity, pursuit, getting out into the world. Perhaps whatever is coming here with the Emperor next to that Knight of Swords, it's like, maybe it's like a boss that steps in, or someone older, someone that gives you an opportunity, which is like, it's just like, wow, like finally I have the ability to do whatever it is that you've been trying to do. The only other thing that I would say for this top row is, don't be too anxious about whatever it is that's troubling you, because I think like sometimes when you get stuck in that cycle, it's like you don't seek out the positive, and you're kind of just like, what's the point? I'm like down in the dumps. I just want to kind of be alone with my feelings. But things, you kind of have to have like a belief in yourself for things to kind of start to look up for you. I would say, like, also with this 4 of Cups here, it's like, don't give up. Whatever this is about, don't give up, Taurus. For your middle row, you have the Emperor with the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So to me, this Knight of Swords here in the middle is like action after a very long time of inaction. For some of you, this can also mean like a return from the past kind of energy. So if there's someone that like you've been perhaps waiting to hear from, someone who's maybe like a little bit older than you, or someone who meant a great deal to you with the Emperor here, and you want to interact with this person, then just know that they might be coming your way for September. And the other reason that I say that is because we have like the 4 of Wands in reverse in this bottom row, just under this Emperor. Sometimes I read row by row, but I feel like certain card combinations next to each other also mean something to me. So here with this, like, some readers call this card the Reunion card. It's also like the 1111 card, so it's like a message of like things are changing. So here, because it's in reverse, it's like this is a change that you've been really hoping for or wanting, or you've kind of just been like really on the fence about whether this like change is actually coming. And I have to say, like, absolutely yes, 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 because the card right next to that is the Ace of Swords. It's like cutting yourself free from whatever is burdening you. It's like a solid, strong start, especially under this Knight of Swords. It's like action on top of action. And with the 3 cards here, you, again, with the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, and the Emperor, says, like, yes, that change is coming. Whatever it is that's coming is, like, not only is luck on your side, but you as the Magician and the Empress is, like, you have the ability and the tools within yourself to action whatever it is that you're trying to do. And the Empress is, like, not only are you actioning it, but it's also, like, coming into reality super fast. So for those of you that this is about a job or a business, you're making huge leaps and bounds for the month of September. Perhaps also after a time of, like, Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving energy, and the Knight of Swords, I believe, is the fastest moving knight in the tarot. So for those of you that this is about, like, making leaps and bounds, specifically in a business or kind of like a personal endeavour, it's like you've been putting in a lot of work and you've been waiting to see that return come back to you, and yes, it's coming. But and with the Emperor, this doesn't necessarily have to be like another person. It can also mean you, like, you're finally, like, you with all of these swords, like, you're stepping into your personal power. you're actioning whatever it is. Like, the Emperor doesn't get where he is by kind of just like sitting around. This is someone who's worked very hard to be at the top, and they know what it is that they've done to get there. For some of you, I've suddenly just had like this pull that this is about a relationship. The reason that I say that is because you've had the Empress and the Emperor. So the message that I'm kind of getting there is like divine counterparts. Perhaps you've been waiting for someone to come back and like they finally, with this Knight of Swords, they are. This is like a more masculine energy. Absolutely doesn't mean that it's a masculine person. It just means like energy is energy. So this is someone who's very like confident, sure in themselves. Someone who's perhaps also grown wiser. Someone who's kind of had like an insight into whatever it is that they've been doing, and is ready to kind of reunite with this Empress energy that we have here. If for whatever reason, some of you perhaps like with this Four of Wands in reverse is like you don't want this person back, then don't take them back. Just so you know, with this Ace of Swords here, it's like they might come bearing an apology, but with the Queen of Pentacles right next to that, I would say that only accept this apology if it's adequate enough to your liking. I feel like I've said this in another reading, so if this is like, I'm not sure which one it is, I think it's one of the fire signs. So if you're dealing with a fire sign, and I mean we do have 2 knights in this deck, which is fire energy, then this, like, with this romance situation, it could specifically be for you. The Queen of Pentacles is about nurturing and stability, and like it's about like ruling of the everyday affairs. The Knight of Pentacles above that is also like a solid offer, right? Like Pentacles is like solid energy and stability. So for those of you that it's like you've been seeking a return from the past, they're coming, but it's like, it's just, the cards are just saying, just make sure that Pentacle is good enough. Like, make sure it's like properly shined up and everything before you accept this person back. Because with the Wheel of Fortune here, I almost feel like saying if this is about a relationship, it's like don't repeat past mistakes. And it's like if the cycles are just gonna draw you backwards towards the kind of energy that's like maybe been causing the conflict in the first place with this Knight of Swords and this Nine of Swords, then really think about whether you want to accept that Pentacle. We're going to draw a couple more clarifying cards for these 2 rows. Ooh, that was a big fall out the deck. I might have to go again, but yeah, okay, I'm gonna go again. Yeah, so for some of you this is definitely about a love offer. And that's going on the bottom row here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So whoever this is, this return, this doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. Maybe it's someone that you've not been on like very friendly or good terms on recently, but it's like whoever this is, they're like really sorry. They're really trying to shine up their one pentacle that they have to give it to you here. And the advice that I'm getting is like think with your head and be very rational about the decisions that you're making. The reason that I say that as well is because above that you have the Page of Cups in reverse. For some of you, this might indicate someone that like thinks they're sincere, but when it comes down to it, they're still kind of like stuck on an emotional energy that's perhaps unresolved, because next to the Page of Cups we have the Two of Wands in reverse. So the Two of Wands is like, it's like a planning card, like the world spinning in your hand, and you're just reflecting on it, you're just watching the world spin. So for someone, this can mean like emotional issues that haven't yet resolved, like they're still kind of not necessarily conflicted, but they're still reflecting on certain emotions that perhaps aren't beneficial to whatever kind of relationship this is. So just be aware of that. Sometimes things don't work out not because someone isn't sincere, but because like things just aren't in the right place for both of you, right, to be able to resume a relationship or immediately make up with someone that you've perhaps been in some kind of a conflict with. The other thing I want to say is, for those of you that this is about a job or an opportunity of some kind, the advice here is, with this Page of Cups in reverse, I almost feel very drawn to say, like, don't stay kind of stuck on thinking like about this opportunity for too long. And in a way I mean, like, you know, if you think about something for too long with the Two of Wands in reverse, which is like thinking and mulling things over, sometimes the opportunity passes you by, or sometimes it's like in your mind you make like this pro-cons list, especially you Taurus, where it's like you kind of want to like know that you've made the right decision. You kind of make up this pro-cons list where you kind of talk yourself out of something. So the Page of Cups in reverse is like, go on, just take the cup, like go for it. With such strong mages on your side, with the Magician specifically, it's like, it's up to you. Like, ultimately, you can action whatever it is that you want to action, but it is up to you. Like, you have to be the first step in actioning whatever it is that you want. But with the Wheel of Fortune as well, I kind of feel like saying, if things start to turn in your favour, don't let the opportunity pass you by, and more importantly, don't stay dwelling on this Nine of Swords sad energy. The overall feeling that I'm getting is like you've been waiting for some kind of opportunity to come for a long time now, and it's like you've been trying to get the upper hand. This might be like trying to secure a job interview for some of you, and it's like I've been burned in the past so many times, what's gonna change? And I feel like saying, like, look, with this, like, with these three majors, everything, just everything. It's really interesting because all of the readings that I've done so far have been, like, about really big things coming for the month of September. But I think September's always, like, a month where it's, like, getting back to reality after the hiatus of the summer. So it's generally when a lot of things happen anyway, and, you know, that's just how it is for us in this kind of society. On this bottom row, the last thing that I want to kind of speak towards is, for those of you that I said it's about cutting yourself free from some kind of situation. It's like you're finally stepping into a place where you can be stable, where you have your affairs in order. It's a very stable energy, especially with the Knight of Pentacles above it. It's like nothing's coming to rock your world in like a crazy, unstable, devastating tower kind of way. And whatever it is, this is going to bring you some kind of like mental relief, like solace, like finally just being able to kind of exhale, not being under loads of stress anymore, whatever it is that is like causing you stress. It's kind of being cut off by this Ace of Swords, I feel like saying. Maybe for some of you with the Magician here, it's like you're the one that's going to have to do the cutting, but know that it's going to bring you like a very nurturing, stable energy. And yeah, just to confirm that, it's like you have the Ace of Pentacles. For some readers, this is like the divine hand of the universe being given the thing that you want most in the world. And I do have to say, you do have a fair amount of pentacles in this reading. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. So if this is about kind of like the daily life, or the mundane, but like the mundane in a nice way, or about kind of like daily opportunities or things that you can do to better yourself, then this is really the month for you, Taurus. Yeah, I kind of just feel like leaving it there. I hope that's given you, or some of you anyway, the kind of messages that you've been hoping to hear. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'm just sorry, I'm just looking over these cards. I think I'm overthinking it. Thank you so much for watching, Taurus. I really wish you all the abundance for the month of September, but like I say, like with all these cards, I doubt you're going to need it. You're just on fire for the month of September, Taurus. Really, this is such a good reading. I'm really happy to see these readings. This is why, like, these kinds of readings are what really prompt me to share these messages. This is the thing that as a reader makes me happiest. So I hope that that's made some of you happy, Taurus. Just thank you. Please leave any feedback in the comments, and I'll see you next time.